Hi everyone and welcome to my place. Today I'm here to help someone somewhere in the world who wanted to know how to make a woodland sort of themed wreath for a Christmas door. Well, I have been hunting. Thank you for sending me the photograph of the bits and pieces that you had, and I have found some burlap here and a polystyrene wreath which I've part covered, which I'll show you how to finish in a minute. I've got some willow, I've got some ivy, I've got some berries, I've got a little bird's nest, I've got some little moss balls here and a couple of succulents, and I've got some string. This is so easy. I love working with these polystyrene wreaths. Now this is all a bit munted because I've used it over and over again because I'm into upcycling because I don't like to waste. So all I've done here is just get your wreath frame like this and a pin, and then just pin that into there. It's best to do it this way because sometimes if the glue's too hot, it will actually melt the polystyrene ring. So just be careful with what you're doing. And that, I need a wee bit more. So you don't need to overlap this too much, just enough so that you actually cover as much of that wreath base as you can. And it doesn't matter that there's little bits in and out that are all sort of like a little bit ragged because you're not going to see it. Right, clearing the decks. Yeah, you'll also need the hot glue gun. Now, starting off with your base first, I've got some beautiful willow. You can either use fresh or artificial. I'm going to use the artificial because that's all I had, and I want to be able to use this again. Now, you can either hot glue it on, or if you change your mind like I invariably do, then the best way to approach this is to just use a little bit of jute string and to tie it in place. Now I'm going to have one going that way, and then I'm going to have the other one. I just love it when it's artificial because I can manipulate and do whatever I want. Now with this bit over here, I'm just going to overlap those because I thought that those lovely little bits of plain wood would be quite nice as a structure for the other materials that I'm going to use. Right, take that up into there, take that through there, and then we'll just tie that off onto there. And I just love how quickly you can make a wreath, bring it all together. Right, now with these bits up over here, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tie those, bring those across, and just loosely tie those. Now, I want to use that, just leave those bits all sort of like just dangling and going all over the place at this stage. If I find that they're too much, I can just cut them off as I see fit as I'm getting into the project. Right, so that's what I've achieved so far. And even that on its own is a really lovely look. I quite like it. Just that lovely rustic vintagey look. Right, I've got a couple of pieces of ivy here. And with those, I'm just going to bring those down through there and just use the bits of the willow to just wind that around. And I've got another bit there. So my point of focal point is going to actually be down here at the base. So that can go up to there, and then I'll use another bit of string. Such a good way of working because I do change my mind, and every year I have different wreaths, and sometimes I make so many of them I just have to change as I go throughout the season and just have one every couple of days. And the other thing that I have started doing too is for my friends who are newly married that don't have wreaths, if they ever say to me, I really love that wreath, it's easy, I just take it off and give it to them. Right, I've got one more bit there, so I think I might just bring that, oops, completely missed my mark there, never mind, and then that can go under that bit of string there, and that can just wind around there. Okay, now I've got some beautiful berries. With those, I'm just going to layer those into there, and on the other side of that, like a wee mirror, I'm going to put the other lot of berries into there. And because I'm tying on, I might as well continue to tie these on because, as I said, I know I'm going to change my mind in due course. So I'm actually going to take that right round that whole structure there and give that a good pull so that they are firmly anchored and in position. Right, and cut those extra bits off. Now, what else have I got here? I have got this beautiful big succulent. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just glue that into place. A little bit of glue. My glue gun is ways past its use by date, but however, it's still working. As long as it's working, that'll do me. Right, I'm going to actually fix that into place because I don't have any other way of anchoring it. I could possibly have used pins, but it's not actually being pinned into anything. Right, with my little bird's nest, I'm going to take that there off and putting a new glue stick into there. just put a little bit of glue onto there. If you can find an old bird's nest, a real bird's nest, you could perhaps use that. Now I'm just going to bring that in over into there, and I'm going to have to hold that for a minute. And don't forget, if you haven't ever used a glue gun, do be careful, because the burn, if you're using the high melt glue, can be so unbelievably painful. Right, that can go into there like that. And then I've got a couple of little moss balls, which I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on that side there. See how hot it is? Ooh, the steam's coming up. And to make this a little bit three-dimensional, I'm just going to put that into there like that, so that I've got this nice little ledge there, and that's starting to come off, so I'm going to have to just anchor that in right now. So I've got a pin here, and I'll just push that pin into there to just make sure that that holds. Now I've got all this stuff happening down here, and I think I might like to just put another one of these into here. So I'm just going to pin this one onto there. Ah, the pins, why didn't I use pins to start with? So easy. And that can go down into there, and with the polystyrene it's not going to go anywhere. Now I've got another little moss pad, and I might just, will I? No, I might just bring that into there, and I will pin that into place because I'm not going to muck around anymore. There we go. How easy was that? Ta-da! Nice woodland wreath for my front door. Hope you've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed showing you how to make it, and I will see you another day.